something that we haven't talked about that you advocate for a lot is stereotypes in the data industry, the tech industry more broadly, particularly, uh, for women. You've been advocating. So you've demonstrated that women can thrive while staying true to their confident selves in a data career. And you had a viral TikTok video last year, which was featured by mainstream news organizations like the BBC, and that viral TikTok highlighted the problematic nature of something called the girl math trend, which actually isn't something I am aware of. So if you can explain that to not just the our listeners, but literally to me. But that you highlighted in this viral post how girl math perpetuates negative stereotypes. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah. So, man, y'all really pulled out the receipts for this podcast episode. Y'all are going, I
Serge
love it.
Massis
I
is our
love it.
researcher, and he's unreal. I am so grateful to him, and I hope he listens to the episodes also. He hears me say, like, kind of every second or third episode, I'm like, yeah, or, guests like you are like, wow, I can't believe you
I
pulled all this
forgot I
out.
did
And
that. Yeah.
yeah,
No, so first I'll explain girl math to you and for anyone who doesn't know what it is. So it was a very like silly TikTok trend and it kind of spoke to the way that women kind of think through like shopping. So an example is like, I just bought this shirt from the store. It was $30. Now I'm going to go return it. So now I'm $30 richer. It's girl math. But obviously you're not $30 richer. You're just getting money back that you already spent. Or maybe you have a, you know, 20% off coupon for something so you can go spend that money that you saved on something else. Like it's basically empowering you to do something else with your money, but it doesn't exactly like add up. So it's kind of poking fun at the way that sometimes girls think through shopping and money in that way. So there's all these videos out there about girl math and yes, I do see the humor in it and I do think it's funny. I laugh at them because I think the exact same way. I think about money I spend that way as like a joke. But I think the way that some of the girls were making videos on it, I think it just kind of made girls look silly, financially irresponsible. And there's definitely two sides to this argument. Like when I first posted my video about how it makes girls look financially irresponsible, it makes us look like we're not able to handle money and perpetuates that stereotype. A lot of women came in my comments and were like, no, this is building community. This is girlhood. So I totally see that side too, because us girls, we have to stand together and have that community. But I also got a math degree. So, sitting here as someone who went through this math program, I didn't get fully respected by the other students or my professors. I'm a very outspoken and girly girl. And I got to the point to where I would plan my outfits around my 400 level math classes. If I had a really smart math class, you bet I wasn't going to come in wearing my heeled boots and my makeup. And no, I would change the way that I looked because I wanted to be respected more. And like thinking back to that, you're probably like, Jess did that? Like, there's no way. Jess is unapologetically herself. But I wasn't back then. I had to fit the mold of what it was like to be smart and be a math major. And then, of course, there's all this subjective grading in the math department. And, I'm not going to say that things happened because I was a woman or because the way that I looked or the way that I acted. But I think women have to fight twice as hard to get that respect. Women have to prove themselves, whereas a lot of times men already have that respect and confidence coming into it. And then on top of that, women are more likely to undersell themselves and not advocate for themselves, which just, kind of snowballs. And seeing that in my career and also as a math major in undergrad, seeing girls I have like chills talking about this right now, but seeing girls like talk about like girl math, we're so silly, we can't manage money, we're spending thousands of dollars on clothes, which no hate. I also spend a ton of money on shopping and clothes and pink stuff and designer purses. So no hate at all. But seeing it kind of poked fun at, and then seeing all the men in the comments being like, this is why I control my wife's spending. This is why I control the money in my household. I was just seeing a lot of like that kind of backlash from that trend, which kind of like broke my heart in a way. So I made that video. I just hopped on TikTok, posted it, boom, went viral on TikTok and Instagram because obviously it was a controversial take on the subject. And I actually had girls turn against me for that. And I was like, what are y'all doing to help women in STEM and help these stereotypes? I have a math degree and I'm studying or I'm working in data analytics. Like I feel like that's doing more to help the stereotypes than making little TikTok videos poking fun at them. That was a really long rant, but
That was an outstanding rant. I don't feel like I have like this is something that I don't know, like it's kind of like I don't feel super comfortable, weighing in on like I do about boot camps. It's like,
fair.
but I I loved everything that you said. I was like, you talked about having chills. Me too. I mean, it was the way that you delivered that. The argument was super compelling to me, and it seems really obvious. And it seems like there is a huge amount of opportunity still. We I think in many ways in society we have come a long way on bias against lots of sociodemographic groups, including women, but we are still there's still so much further to go than we've come is kind of I guess I am kind of giving an opinion anyway, but that's kind of that's what I see. And when you tell stories like that, like dressing differently for 400 level math class than other classes that you're taking, I have never thought of anything like that. And yeah, I guess it's like I guess I enjoy like the privilege of not having to think of that, and I have my whole life, and so yeah. So thank you for everything that you just said on this topic, and yeah, really appreciate the work that you're doing and the message that you're telling, and it really resonates with me. So thank you, and I hope that it nudges my thoughts and my behaviors to think, when I'm speaking to a woman, in the workplace, around a tech topic or math topic, to try to be more mindful about the perspective that you just relayed, and maybe that'll have some impact on the way that I convey things or what I convey. That it's more supportive, and yeah, more thoughtful or appreciative.
Yeah, I think, like what you said, there's so much progress that has been made, but I think there is a way to go too. And I think it's the subtle things. So, for example, maybe a guy finishes a presentation and people are like, that was an excellent presentation. I really loved what you said about XYZ. A girl does a presentation and it's like, oh, I loved your outfit. You look so cute. You were so well spoken. Like I think sometimes the way that men and women get different types of compliments, or maybe the woman is asked to plan the office pizza party or is asked to be the note taker, the presentation maker, do the admin kind of homemaking activities. Like there's these very subtle microaggressions that happen sometimes in the workplace. So yes, I think we've come a long way, but I always like to respectfully call that stuff out and speak on it, because yeah, it does kind of hurt women's feelings sometimes when we're not seen as capable, even if the intention isn't to be rude or hurtful in any way.